Welcome back to the channel, Reactions, Rants, Rabbit Holes, and I am rolling into comments. I think I'm so witty. But I have to throw myself on that altar of sacrifice right from the beginning because I'm Mike D. And he's right. What I got to stop doing is complaining. If I want to add more days at work, I can. Then I would have zero financial problems. Because I don't want to do Miss Fabian and Dimash, right? We're never going to get past the, well, not never. Mike, I put it in my comment, but I realized I wanted to expand. I follow that channel. And a perfect example is that's great stuff, but I don't want to talk about everything Tim Pool and Luke does and everybody else, and then I don't want to wait till today for them to come up with tomorrow's stories for me so I can get paid for that. I'd rather not get paid. Now, the Patreon. I guess I could beg at that shit, but the truth is, look at how Patreon worked for me. It was mostly outside of Mike and a few others, is kind of a pay-to-play to keep all that easy listening stuff going. And that doesn't get us closer to where I want to be. I don't want to get paid for that. So that's one of the dilemmas. Writing letters. Like, I'm not going to write to Dimash's people and see if I can somehow get permission to do this stuff. That just ain't going to happen. I would never. Even if it moved me into the mansion, I wouldn't do that because it's just not my... I actually am going to go back and start doing Dimash, but I'm going to only do his nationalistic stuff. Why having a debate why I can't talk about everything, and some stuff is demonetizable and other stuff is supported by the system, right? You know what I mean? The truth is, probably the future for me isn't even on this channel. As other channels increase their popularity and ability to reach people, my rhetoric could probably have to go over to Rumble eventually, right? We're kind of watching what's going on with YouTube right now. Because the truth is, it's just almost every day a new... Oh, gosh, did I ruin that? I hope I sent that. Oh... Did I really just do that? Oh yeah, no, I think I did. Shit. Oh, okay, at least I sent it. I was looking at it, but then when I refreshed, man, I think I like that whole sweatshop union thing. So now I'm finally getting into dealing with that. So I better stop and read a few things. I do got a VOB that I'm coming up from 13 minutes ago. I got a VOB request, instrumental. It looks like I'll give that a try. Mike and Mike's. I got a lot of shit. Hold on. Mike D, Mike Henry. Yeah, this is like me an Eminem comment marathon. Could be. It's funny. So I just was watching about 50 minutes on Petra. Why? Angie and I watched Last Crusade, and I was, referencing Petra, and to see the amassed buildings and everything that they right, and this whole... Some of my rhetoric comes from the fact that on the ancient trade routes alone, we have seen civilizations or tribes rise, succeed, fall, and leave remnants behind. I was just watching it, and they're like, and hey, now this is formed, BC, the community starts, I guess, okay? But the person giving the walkthrough is like, and then those are the caves for the poor, and those were the caves for the wealthy. So I would say that the class, the caste, the servant master system has always existed. And I believe wholeheartedly that it's the, Oh, wait, I'd have to read Mike's completely. But it's the, I just saw, what did they say? 70% of the populations are going to live in cities. Well, I believe dystopian fiction might be directed, zombie horror films might be directed towards the urban plight or confinement or all of that city dwelling shit, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm right. Of course, as always, I don't know. But I was watching and going, well, if from every moment since we left the hunter-gatherer stage, which I'm not saying we should go back to, has this not played out the exact same way? Is not history an indicator that with a urban-based top-down structure, you're always going to get the big rise, fall, swell, fail, and recreate? I mean, it just, and then Petra was a good example because of the Egyptian, the Greek, the multiple. I'm so tired of hearing that blah, blah, Western world shit. What? Because architecture formed a certain way? They all shared building styles? And then city design? I mean, to me, it looks like it's the fertile valley of the Middle East that designed civilization. Is that just something where you can't look past your, school indoctrination? Because as far as I could tell, I mean, that whole area is the birthplace of what? No. Modern Western civilization, because, right, the Far East was separate but flourishing on its own. Other places flourishing on their own separate. I get to discuss conquest, because we're going to go back to the Petra, which looks like dwindling trade routes. All by, they didn't even need conquest. The fucking road dried up. Well, some earthquakes too, from what I can hear. But I'm not a historian, a archaeologist, or any of that shit. But I know that we now live in a time where if I ignore the algorithmic feed of that piece of crap, I find a way to search information that might feed to the various holes in the life lived, I feel like I'm doing something. So that whole sweatshop union thing, this whole thing, I mean, hopefully I didn't step on toes, piss anybody off. Now from these comments, that'd be a big no. Yeah, no, Mike, it really is. So it's just like, I think the spokes activist for the climate change, Greta Van How Dare Us. I believe she just had to pull down we were all going to be gone in 5 years tweet. Now, maybe that's hype and AI, because as always, now everything is for bullshit's sake. With the AI, I'm pretty sure that was just dumped to the public so you could all complain. Oh, no, that's fake. Oh, no, that's fake. So everything's fake. There you go. Nothing's real. AI exists. You take a whole long time to figure shit out. But the answer to the eating overpopulation, I mean, being we're going to have a literal collapse. But you're not supposed to know about that. You're only supposed to believe one side's projections and numbers, even though multiple sides have projections, numbers, and opinions, theories, science, formulas, the so on. It's weird how only one side. Hey, I love tobacco science. Oh, I'm glad it rears its ugly head now and then so people can see really what tobacco science is all about. Now, they're gonna get me in the long run, but I certainly know Chesterfield's worth the doctor-approved one for me. I'm on the people that say it's relaxing, calming, and the studies on nicotine and success. Not that I'm successful outside of my own aura, right? It shines. Just remember, my wealth is not measured by a bank account, so there ain't no fear there. On a side note, because we were on an M&M binge there, Metal Wolf 80 from 12 hours ago. Yes, sir. More budgie. R.I.P. Burke Shelley. And yes, I just think that band is so much better than any of the credit they get. And we will be going through as many from their chillest, because I really miss my favorite gardener. And I understand. I don't care. I'm not going to go see Floor in a while. I'm not buying tickets to the Floor show. That might drive people off. Things I do don't always make everyone happy. We've changed a lot since the beginning. And a lot of things have stayed the same. So all I know is Budgie is definitely because it's a cornerstone of my musical appreciation foundation. I want to share the whole journey. But even the chill stuff, really some, is it by sea? I can't tell. Well, there you go. I have a lot of Petra knowledge in here today, but music lists and recall there is a little foggy. But I can explain the hydro, not the hydro, but the channels, the water, the fact that when we see these dried up cities, we do not project what it really was: flowing water, wealth, order followers. Lots of order following back then. I've got to believe. It's kind of cool, though. Not in a way that I appreciate them. I appreciate how history reminds us of where we always go wrong, and then we just do it again. And as always, this is why, hey, to go back to the beginning of this, no one has to worry, and I'm going to cut back on the crying. It's just so like this. Now, Angie we got 2 to 3 inch snowdrifts in the middle of the road. I have hours to get to work, and she's supposed to drive for a living. So sometimes it's just, winter has just been taking a toll on, let's say, I'm technically way down here, so driving and moving and being mobile, according to the progressive ideologues, is, it's probably beyond my station. But it turns out that's what we do. I drive a half hour just to get to regular job. She drives an hour to get to the place where she's going to work, because we want to live out here in the middle of nowhere at the same time. It's a dilemma, isn't it? Now, of course, there's 3 factories I could work at. So don't cry. I'm not crying. But it is constant, nonstop something. And then I'll put it at the end. I don't know if I want to put it at the end. See, I gave a lot of... I made a little video, but it's for my landlord. I guess I should be grateful. So here's the deal. I'm not going to link it because it's hard. You can't see. I would have probably had to bring out an actual tape. And that it wasn't going to work. But there's just these huge... the road is just crap. And in this middle area right there, kind of in front of that car, it's like 6 inches deep, these grooves. You don't get I cracked my windshield, so I cracked the windshield on the caddy. Because if I don't go out quickly, I get caught in the grooves. But the snow pile on the right across from where we turn, I don't have, right? Hey, I guess I shouldn't have a caddy. I should have a little toy car. Maybe a little plastic wind-up thing. The heat will never work, and I won't actually get up the hill, but I'll make the corner a lot easier. Now, yeah, I'm being a dick because I think it should just be maintained. I was salty today. So, along with, snow coming down again, can't get any, it's just one of those deals. So then I tend to get out here and go, man, you can't monetize crap. I mean, I could do sharing, but here, like this blind illusion. Yes, it'll let me share. 12 views, so what's the point? Why would I exploit it? They should just take it all. And then I would have to go back. Did I say anything? I'd have to watch everything I make because I never know if I'm saying something that's questionable to others because it turned out this doesn't work. I don't want you to believe anything I say, but somehow you still get screwed for saying stuff. So obviously our ability to speak freely does not exist. But that hand symbol somehow means something to a small See, look, I do get frustrated. I do. 100% get frustrated. Now, can I deal with it? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. It's just how it is. Oh, yeah. Lisa, it liked the Indonesian hairspray medal. Maybe. I don't know if I don't have an answer. Okay, gotta read. Oh, Katie and her family from 13 hours ago. She, I'm glad you actually watched it, the High Ren, instead of just going, oh, as I threw the link at you. No, like I said, there's lots of Ren on the channel, and he actually, lots of good reactions to that. Not if you want to enjoy his song, but if you want to listen to a rambling goofball give his personal opinion from his heart, that is, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, Robert, I hope, really? Now, Robert, it's, that Kill or Be Killed, I actually thought it was pretty good. We're going to check out a couple more of their songs. Now, there was, just like that Blind Illusion, just so many varied feels, right, within one song. And then when I think about the artist creating it, I'm like, can't super groups and, if Les Claypool wants to make some crazy-ass thrash music, shouldn't he? I should probably listen with that open mind. And I'm glad there's more than one of us. So, Richard had that on cassette. Oh, yeah, no, they'll slap you right in the face. Boomerangs come back and burn you. Hey, I found out what the Hotdogs were about. If anyone didn't see it, it was from the original video, the Mr. Oizo flat beat video is puppets and hot dogs and puppets and hot dogs. Yeah. Oh, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah, no, the lyrics on that Blind Illusion I wasn't too sure about, except for the, Vengeance is Mine part where I think that came up in the, Les Claypool, I guess, from Primus. And then if I remember whoever mixed it, was it Hammett? I don't know, no, don't quote me at all. Just pretty sure that's Les Claypool because that's how I stumbled backwards into it, I believe. Jeff, as always, hold on. Jeff, yes, I'll take that link. We will.
What could possibly be making Harry Mack make that face?
Hey, why is he so smiling? Oh, because he paired up. I am excited. I'll check this out for sure. And then I heard I probably would have liked the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian, maybe. I was saying I just bought Rogue One, which I almost like 80% of it. I like, okay, outside of the bad CG and some of the fan service, and then I don't know if anybody noticed, but I'm pretty sure that damn temple had its head one direction in one scene and another direction in the other scene. But I'm not that big of a hater. but the whole CG, but the fact that it was the tragedy of it. So I mean, I admit, I can watch a tragedy again because then I start probably seeing if there's any nuance on is there any wink, wink, nudge, nudge to the coming futility of the endeavor. The hopeless mission always makes for compelling storytelling. Did they pull it off? 80% for me. But outside of that, I think they really did a disservice. But then it's no different than Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, and it's I believe the fans from the origin are supposed to be eradicated so the new fans can make it their own. I'm not even saying that with hate or disdain. I'm just saying that's what it appears to be. So our purchasing power is no longer important because that was the hole in the logic, right? I think they all thought we were going to keep spending money. I literally show you even though I liked what the end game, the last two Avengers movies, or the end of the first two cycles of Marvel. There's obvious holes in my collection, and then I never saw anything else. I mean, if I could see it for free, I'll check it out, but that's about it. All right, holy shit, going off. But Jeff has been around since the beginning for the Harry Mack stuff. We got Mike in there. Mike H. responding back and forth, going back and forth, talking a little Harry Mack. We got a link for Lean has entered the chat. And that's, I think, going to take care of it. Man, I hope, this is what I do. Now this, I don't think I curse too much. I mean, this is monetized, right? So, I mean, I got to worry. Someday, these videos will, be worth more. If I can get someone, I was talking to Ralph, but he lives a long ways away. And even after, we have to see how it works out. But he and I had some good charisma, and a very good friend of mine. If I could get someone to go back and forth with, I'm not talking about on the other end of a screen. That'd be okay. But someone could handle, could be as dominant as me so I could get some more back and forth. Yeah, we'll take this shit live somewhere. And then we'll talk about current events. Why we figure out what reactions go over there for fun, kind of deal. Because I love music. And I love what it can make us talk about and think about. And just on a side note, Ren, I did actually know. He got kind of screwed by the system. And I can't believe how incredible the dude is. His perseverance and staying. Yes. Staying positive after all that stuff. And thank you for anyone who's appreciative of all this crazy stuff, too. It goes a long ways. Much love. We'll go get some reactions now.